going on, everybody? It's D Machine. I'm bringing you another Paladin video. Today I'm going to be talking about my macros and my add-ons. So the first thing I want to talk about is my macros. Now, if you're unfamiliar with my other videos, then you probably don't know this, but I use macros like these. Now, what these macros do is they make it possible for me to off-heal, to give freedoms, bops, things like that, to use another ability on 3 different players. Now this could be 3 enemy players in the opposite team, arena enemy 1, 2, and 3 for 3v3 arenas, or this could be my 3 arena partners, because that's what I really like to focus on is 3v3 arenas. So these macros are mainly for well, this one's for off-healing me and my partners. This one's for giving blessing of protection for me and my hand of protection, hand of freedom for me and my partners, hand of sacrifice, flash heal, and things like Hodge and stuff for everybody or for everyone around me and stuff like that. Then I also have some other macros. Now I have this macro in particular that's kind of unique. It's this macro. When I click it right here, it makes the griffins on either side of my action bar go away. Now there's add-ons to make that do it permanently, but add-ons take are more and more add-ons you use, the slower your computer actually becomes. Maybe not necessarily computer, but your game. And I do a lot of streaming and frapsing and stuff like that, and I need to keep my frames rates as high as possible. So, but if you don't have like a Razer Naga, these macros right here won't really work out for you. If you have a Razer Naga and you want to figure out how to make those macros yourself, go check out my Maphack video where I talked about those macros for Maphack. But if you're just a regular player and you got like a regular mouse, what I would recommend doing is making a macro very similar to one that I'm going to make right now. And this is what I'm going to do. It's going to be, let's say, this will be for, I don't know, freedom. And so in the macro, I'm going to type /cast target equals Disco Fist, because he's my arena partner. Cast task Disco Fist, hand of freedom. Now what this does is it makes it so without targeting Disco Fist, I can actually give Disco Fist that freedom. So what I think that you should do is you should take all your utility abilities, say hand of sacrifice, hand of freedom, hand of protection, and make macros for individual players that you need to give that to, because you got to be pumping in that damage at the same time as giving him freedom. You can't stop, target him, give him freedom. That's just so much time wasted, and it's such a fast-paced game. So that's what you need to do, is you need to make something like this to be able to give him hand of freedom. So I would recommend doing this for hand of sacrifice and all those abilities, even flash of light, because you don't want to stop targeting your kill target to give them these things. And so those are the macros that you really need to focus on, because as a Ret Paladin, you're not a warrior, you're not a huge damage dealer. The only reason why we would be wanted over a warrior is because of our utility. We have aura mastery, we have hand of protection and freedom and sacrifice and things like that. These things can win games. This is what makes you different from bad Ret Paladins, is you're not trying to pretend to be a warrior and just doing damage. You're trying to be a huge utility part of your team. So another thing that I want to look into is my add-ons. So my add-ons that I use in particular are Clcret, and that's what these little icons right here are. So what Clcret does is it tells me the next priority spell of my damage dealing. So the problem with Clcret in PvP is that it will say, well, to do the most amount of damage, you need to use Crusader Strike for your next spell. Sure, that's fine and all, but what if it's a Frost Mage and he just flippin' blinked on me? I can't do that. So then I'd have to use Judgment or Exorcism, and it can't really recognize the range like that. So I still need to kind of go off on my own instead of always using Clcret. So that's just something to take into consideration with Clcret. But I love Clcret because, I mean, often I see like a Templar's Verdict here and then another Templar's Verdict there, and it also tells me when I need to put Inquisition back up and things like that. So that's why I use Clcret. Another add-on that I use is Tidy Plates. I love Tidy Plates. I love seeing their health above above them like that, and Tidy Plates just really, it brings it right out. And another thing Tidy Plates does is it puts debuffs above them. See that? There's that debuff, there's the justice above them, so I know it's being refreshed on. I love that. Another add-on I use is combat text. Cool combat text. Now all these add-ons I'll put links in the information, guys, so if you like a particular add-on, but not all of them, just check out the information. So if you notice, this text isn't necessarily the regular what is it, Blizzard text. So this is a particular text, and what cool text does is it makes it so I can choose whatever text I want. Now this particular text is from a font website, and I just put it into the add-on, and that's how I got this. Now this add-on will be found in the description and how to set up that add-on. It comes with like a notepad, instructions, just read it through. It's real simple, guys. And another add-on I use is mixed scrolling battle text, and people are confused to why I use mixed scrolling battle text when I'm already having this combat text in. The real reason why I'm using mixed scrolling battle text is because when I'm getting healed and I'm getting things like that, instead of it just popping up on my my little portrait there, it comes right here, middle of my screen. I can see what I'm getting hit for, I can see how much I'm being healed and who's doing it, things like that. Because like, I'll get globaled by BM hunters right now, everyone is, isn't they? And I'll see the damage that they're dealing at the bottom of my screen. Now, the reason why I like that is because I'll be in the middle of a game and I'll be taking a lot of damage from the warrior and the hunter, obviously it's the KFC, and I'll be like, oh, something's got to happen because I can't take this damage over and over like this. My healer can't maintain that, so what the heck is dealing all the damage? And I could see the class colors and everything right here, and I'll know what we need to shut down. So that's why I really like that add-on. I mean, other than that, I have obviously Gladius. Gladius is huge, guys. Gladius is a must-have. Let's see if I can bring it out. Here we'll go. Gladius test. There it is. So here's Gladius, and what Gladius really does is it shows DRs on say like Cyclone, Sheep, and Disarm. It shows someone using a PvP trinket and stuff like that, which is huge. If you know a healer popped the PvP trinket early and you make a hard swap to him with a Fist of Justice or a Hammer of Justice, it's game changing. That you could literally end the game right then and there. So that's why Gladius is a huge add-on to have for PvP. Other than that, guys, I keep it really simple. I mean, I really want to make sure that my frames rate is the highest, because people who have like all these add-ons going on at the same time make it look real pretty. At the same time, their gameplay might be choppy unless they have like a computer, like a huge fancy computer, which I don't have. Let's see if there's any macros that I could go over for you guys real quick before I leave. I mean, I had this macro. I don't know if you guys remember that, but that macro used to be able to queue for arenas no matter if you were party leader or not. That was kind of broken. That was in Cataclysm. Other than that, I have Turn Evil, which target the gargoyle to turn him. That was really big back in the day. I have this also, this bubble macro, which, as you know, when you bubble, you do 50% less damage. If you're really about to get that kill and you go into like an AoE fear, I bubble and I cancel it and I get the kill. That's pretty useful, but very, very rarely is it actually used. I mean, if you're an engineer, you have like those the gauntlets, which I'm not an engineer anymore, I'm a jewel crafter. You could use Hammer and Wrath in the gauntlets because they have similar range. Now our range is much better on all our abilities. So I mean, honestly, guys, I don't have that many more macros other than that. Now those macros, when it comes to your arena partners and your utility abilities, are huge. That's what makes you better, in the category of a good Ret Paladin. Alright, so I will talk to you guys later. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them in the comments below. Alright, later.
Here we go, bitch.